as far as that's concerned. Now, as far as the bans and picks are concerned, we are already off to a start here, so let's take a look and see what the hell's happening. Puppet Master, Kronos, Pharaoh, and Ophelia coming out with the bans. Rhapsody first pick, Drunken Master. Is that Super KGE draft?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it looks like Super KG is taking over the draft here, so that's interesting for sure.
that is something. I mean, yeah, Pew is here, but letting Super KGE take the reins, I guess. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, did he ever give much insight? I mean, when he was with you guys, as far as the draft, or kind of quiet with that, or
well. Not really the draft, no, but sometimes he made some in-game calls and whatnot, but I don't know, he was actually quite a good in-game leader. I remember, like, the starting off our team, when we were trying out me, Krebs, and Super KG as in-game leaders, so yeah, he used to do that a lot, and he also had kind of like an in-game leader role when he played with 90s and his previous team, I think.
That's right, yeah. God, that's a while ago.
yeah, that's probably like 2 years ago or something like that.
Early Haunter Season 1. I mean, if that's that was a long time ago. But yeah, no, that is interesting though, noting that he is there. And again, I don't know if it's just for today, maybe to try it out or whatever. But anyways, moving along here as far as the picks overall, you got Rhapsody, Magnus, and Tempest is who they end up with. A strong lineup indeed. Drunken, Engineer, Andromeda coming out for Reason Gaming. So that's kind of interesting. Already going the double support here, making a statement. What do you think of that?
I think it's very standard Reason Gaming to pick like that. They rarely ever go for junglers. If they go for junglers, it's just a parasite. So yeah, I think that's just what they do best, and that's what they're gonna stick to. Also, the Drunken Master for Ima Boy are saying is a really good hero for them.
Yeah, Drunken Master, just in general a good hero, but yeah, definitely one that could be comfort for them. Again, the Andromeda pick as well, and maybe even somewhat of a response to the Tempest. Obviously.
Oh, yeah. Probably, yeah. It's very good against this like new heavy lineup that Legion looks to be running so far.
Yeah.
As well.
A lot of team fight, and hell, even Rhapsody. I mean, we see so many saves from Rhapsody with that protective melody, being able to have Andromeda ready to swap if it calls for it in some fights could be also big.
Yeah.
But the bans continuing here. Dr. Repulsor has started off. I brought this up the other day here, over the weekend, I think it was. We see a lot of Dr. Repulsor bans. I don't know if the last time we've actually seen the hero picked up, though. It's been a while. But it just seems like teams just like to ban this hero.
Yeah, it's quite annoying to deal with, actually. Like, especially if you like to pick, like, junglers or like the Tempest here. There's really no way you can trial in a Dr. Repulsor, or, like, even, you can't really contest him in the same way as if you would have had the dual support option, so I think it's just a little bit annoying to deal with. If you give him early farm, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
And even though the icon got nerfed, it's still a good hero. But yeah, it doesn't seem like people are picking it that much anyway. So
maybe because it's always banned, actually.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
That's some similarities there, I guess. But yeah, so Dr. Pulsar Hag, Rally, Bubbles, Gauntlet, and Sir Bensington to finish it off. A little surprised maybe even Sir Bensington made it that far, but taken out.
Yeah, it's actually, I kind of gotten to realize that people don't really ban Sir Bensington anymore. It seems like it slips through, well, anyway, through the first set of bans. But yeah, gets banned here in the last ban. So.
Now, the next pick for Team Excellence. So where do they go again? Very team fight centric, and it's also interesting, especially with Super KG being the drafter, drafting the Magnus as well. So probably someone who he's going to end up playing. Not going into the hook heroes, in fact, even banning Gauntlet in the banning stage that he had. So they do go Madman. Probably end up being more of a suicide Madman here, of course, and gives them some carry potential. What do you think of that pick?
It's a really good pick, especially since they're going to look to like kind of dodge the laning phase coming out from Reason, because dodging the dual support with the Tempest, they need heroes with escape mechanism utility, so they can actually survive the lane phase without being demolished by the roams, pretty much.
Yeah.
And also Magnus is a pretty good pickup for that, because he has the stun to get away, and also Super KG plays that hero quite well, so.
Yeah, definitely he has history playing it too, so not only limited to the hook heroes by any means.
He had some really big plays during the Hunter World Finals.
Oh yeah, definitely remember that.
Against CiC particularly.
Yeah, those are some crazy calls there, yeah. So yeah, probably end up in his hands, most likely once again, as far as back over to Reason Gaming now, seeing who they're going to follow up with. Adro is the one, well, obviously the captain's picking it in the end, but Adro, I'm bringing that up, of course, because yesterday we had that 1-versus-1 showdown and a fun event over. I know you guys obviously didn't advance on in the end, but you have fun at least with that? I mean...
Well, yeah, it was really fun. It was, well, mostly just chilling, watching Lim play, you know? But, yeah, it was fun. It was a good event. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't put more money into this rather than the 1-versus-1, though, but it's okay.
No, yeah, I could see that. I mean, in the end, that was just a one-day thing, but...
Yeah, well, obviously I'm a loser, so it has to be my point, you know? Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Devourer coming out here for Reason Gaming, so they're going to go the Devo route themselves. Interesting. Probusto, he is a very solid player with that.
Yeah, like, this hero has just become more and more metagame, I feel like, right now. I feel like before we were the only team actually using Devo, and now we're kind of like the only team not running Devo.
That's true.
Because we got Limp, yeah, so that's weird in a sense.
That is a good point, yeah. He is being picked up more and more. Gemini, the final pick for Excellent. So it's their carry choice for Nox here. Again, Nox definitely has history playing this hero. I've seen it throughout this event even. But did he play it against... I don't know if he played against you guys. I want to say they played it over the weekend, but...
I don't think they ran it against us, no.
Okay, might have been against the other team that they played, which was Rexstars, of course. Yeah, I think it was against Rexstars. That makes sense. But going it again here, and you like the pickup?
I can't say I do here at all. Like, I like the idea that they need like another hero that, like a sideline hero that can survive ganks, like from the room, but. Still, he's not going to do well in a 1-versus-1 matchup, and it's not really going to do well if he gets dual lane or trial lane. It's like, it's good if it works out perfectly, but if it doesn't, I think it's just not going to have much of an impact.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. I don't know, I think just a Drunken or, like we see an Electrician pickup here, is just going to demolish the Gemini 1-versus-1 anyway.
Yeah. So the Electrician, I mean, you kind of just passed over that like that's almost expected even. Electrician coming out. Reason Gaming, but so it makes sense to you as to why they did it, you think?
Well, I don't really like the hero, but I know for sure that Reason Gaming likes to run it a lot, and it has really good laning phase against a few heroes, especially melees. And yeah, I think the hero is kind of cool here. They have 3 really tanky cores against this Legion lineup, which needs a lot of farm for their Gemini and the Madman to actually deal a lot of damage. Yeah. Apart from the Magnus ulti is pretty much all they got in terms of damage before that. So yeah, a triple strength core is I think it's kind of good here. It's gonna come down to execution for Reason though to keep this game under control.
All right. I mean, his Cleansing Shock also did get buffed in the 3.4 patch. The cooldown was even lessened. I mean, you're looking at a 4-second cooldown at level 16 for a level 3 ultimate. I mean, that's a lot. That's a very short cooldown. Yeah, and being able to purge off, abilities of teammates and whatnot. You look at this Legion team. There's not the most necessarily, I guess, but still having that ability, and also for the slow and whatnot, definitely a good resource to have on an active basis.
I'm not actually sure what abilities it works on right here, because. They changed the Tempest stun to actually being a debuff for now. I'm not sure if that cleanses it anyway. And also, you have the Staccato. I'm not sure if that cleanses. Do you know?
That's a good point, actually. I think it does. I really do think it does, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I can't say for certain.
Same, and maybe the Stalk even, because it's also a buff.
Okay.
I'm not sure, 100% sure that either. But other than that, I guess just getting out of AoEs for boosting your teammates or just slowing them down, or maybe even the Dawnbringer if they get one. Yeah. On Gemini, especially Nox playing it. So
that's true. Yeah, there's a good chance. There's a good chance that we're gonna very possibly see that. So, it's kind of interesting to obviously. But again, even the ability itself for the speed burst and for slowing enemies down is that aspect to it. So even if you're not purging anything off necessarily. There is still a positive outcome of it. Look at this laning phase, though, what Reason Gaming's doing. Aggressive tri-lane bottom. I wonder if Excellent was even expecting this in the end, but that's what we got going on here. Oh, what do you think of this decision?
I think it's fine. I just want them to... they're probably going to send one of their supports to mid straight away. I really hope they do. Because sitting free against this Gemini is probably not as effective as it could have been. They're just gonna look for lane control here in the bottom lane and then roam, I guess. And yeah, that's gonna leave the Gemini very scared. He's Legion has one ward during at the bottom lane. Oh, Tempest getting caught here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's not in a good spot, and this is definitely power of these two heroes roaming around. Andromeda, very effective roaming support. You throw Engineer on there to assist with that as well. Gemini coming in last second, but it doesn't matter. Down goes Tempest. And yeah, he needs to be careful himself, so that was a good find, though. That's exactly the power of a trial lane. You no need to stay in the lane, just roam around, especially against that jungler, and they find the kill.
Yeah, that's not good at all. P really has to expect that coming. It's really not what you look for when you're running like a farm intensive jungler against roaming. And also you see Hellborn actually block their own jungle, so if Pew decides to roam over there, and he's gonna have a bad time. So it's already looking good for recent gaming so far.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you see the ward side of Ward Rev in their own jungle, blocking those camps. So Engineer and Andromeda once again on the hunt right here. They are going to be spotted by this ward side placed at the bottom rune area most likely. So I think Pew should at least. Oh my God, he's still running in that. Okay, I thought he was still running in that direction, but no, he's going to be fine. Middle lane though, might need to be careful now. They are going to be coming in. Rhapsody, somewhat in the vicinity. If she kind of pushes out a little bit further, she could be in definitely a little bit of trouble. I mean, Drunken Master, he's in a good spot to be able to assist if it calls for it.
Looks like Legion knows though. They have a good ward here.
Yeah.
And Nox is actually, yeah, they know for sure because Nox is taking XP bottom, so they know exactly what to support the Raptor right now.
Okay, so yeah, the slow start, but at least picking up on it now, knowing what to expect.
Yeah,
so.
They're doing a good job of boxing Pew out though here because he's not really he's not reaching out of in his jungler, so he's only sitting at 150 GPM and level 2, so they're doing a good job of shutting him down.
How about this middle lane? I'm sure Masera, by the way. This is actually a lot of things kind of just realizing. I mean, Super KG not only a captain, but he's playing Madman. He's the one playing the long lane Madman. Masera is actually on the Magnus here. And you know, I know xCet again. They're one of these teams that they have more than 5 players. I believe Storyfooter is obviously usually a part of their main roster, but not able to make it today clearly. So maybe that has something to do with why they're maybe switching up the roles here.
Yeah, perhaps. I'm not actually sure, but I think that Super KG is a very versatile player. So yeah, I don't think this is a problem. I'm not actually sure if they use Masera's Story for their main roster usually.
Yeah.
It might just be a thing where they have a 6-man roster and whoever shows.
Exactly, yeah. Just whoever can make it. So especially on these weekday matches, you know, sometimes it can be a little tough. But, oh, Drunken Master, he is going to be fine in the end. He took a lot of pressure right there going for that rune. And speaking of that, actually, Hatred on Rhapsody can now chase an Engineer, but she needs to also now be a little careful as, obviously, Andromeda started to come over for that support. So they're really camping this middle lane, though. They still want to make something happen, and here we go. Rhapsody, no, she's still the haster, though. Magma's down in the meantime. He's stunned in, but that might come at a cost big time. Stagger's going to be used. Does he have a steam bath? He does not. He went the volcanic touch because of that farming lane, and he's not going to live, so good find.
Yeah, it is. And even though like the supports are not really getting much XP or anything, they're still putting a lot of pressure, and they're forcing Pew to move around a lot. They also killed Masera, which is huge. Like, the hero that is supposed to, like, carry the Legion team through the game here because he has a free farm is actually getting shut down right now, so that's perfect for recent game.
Yeah. Devourer 321 gold per minute here, so Probuscon on Devo again having a good start. And I know we've talked about this. Is a farming Devourer really the most threatening thing in the end? I mean, it's still good to have farm on him, obviously, if you can, but it's not like a free farming hard carry by any means. But still, something to be weary of, I'm sure. Actually, going Steam Boots here.
Yeah. I think like farming Devo kind of works like a carry free farm Devo. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Yeah, but it kind of works the same way as sort of a Pebbles, just not a little less strong, if you know what I mean. Like usually when Probus does it, I've seen him go peek and just try to kill a lot of people, and I think it works out sometimes. I think it might be like really good this game. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Top lane, the one we haven't really put too much focus on just yet, but how's that one going? 23-4 Electrician. You got a 25-5 Man-Man. So actually a very back-and-forth fight right here. I mean, again, usually Electrician very dominant in a melee matchup, but Madman's able to get some good farm. But he's also, you know, one of these evasive, use those abilities for farm as well kind of hero. So is that surprising you that he is doing so well?
Well, yeah, I didn't really pay attention to looking at whether Super KG or Sane, any of them had any pull from the supports.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of feel like Electrician should dumpster the Madman, like even so.
Well,
I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't really pay much attention to that lane so far, but
yeah, not exactly sure as far as the region is concerned. But trying to roam there to set up something. He actually bottled up. He goes the side lane bottle with that said and bottles up the refreshment rune. That happened to be top, so has that to work with. But yeah, it's not like Electrician's doing horrible, but definitely Madman is also having a good time.
Yeah, I guess it just went to bottle and got a lot of creep kills with the stalk in tower range or something like that. It can happen. Like Madman is kind of like a hero. You can't really get him completely sewn out of the lane. So
yeah,
he will always get something no matter what.
Yeah. You see right now, roaming back in the jungle. Pew right here on Tempest wants to get in trouble. The combo comes out. He's not level 6, but he does get Gemini assistance. And actually, Engineer going to end up falling as a result. Devourer, though, he has a hook ready to go. He wants to get Tempest if can. Most likely, oh, this is going to be close. No, he's not going to go for it, actually, because supporting Cat's coming over from the mid lane. Big stun right there from Azera. Huge follow-up from Gemini as well. Drunken Master in the meantime. He's putting some good damage on the Rhapsody. At least trying to get some kind of kill out of this. Tempest is ended up getting killed by Devourer. And now Magnus, actually, he has to stun away and hope for the best right here. Engineer resurrecting. He's already back in it. Keg stun. Oh, it just misses. St. Rock's went a little too quick right there, but it still might not matter. In comes the lunge from Drunken Master. The turret to cut off the angle for Macera, and more than likely going to eventually be killed. Yes, he will be. So, oh, if that port continues, yeah. Oh, what was he thinking? Madman ports in right into the easy hook for Probusk, and he also goes down. Oh, that did not go as planned for Excellent.
No, initially it looked really good for xCet coming in there with like getting the Andromeda and the NG really quickly, and then just a Drunken Diva just cleaning up, I guess, and also the unfortunate port in there. So a really good job by Reason. Did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, completely turning that one around. So 6-2 Hiroka advantage, and again Super KG on Madman. He's been doing pretty solid at the top lane, but now especially after that. You just look at the GPM charts; it tells the story itself. It's not a whole lot going on here for Team Excellent right now. But I mean, they do have strong team fight presence, and you got a level 6 Tempest now. He just hit it actually. So if you're Excellent here with the start that's going on in this game, do you think you need to look to use that Elemental Void as soon as possible?
Yeah, for sure. You need to make something happen with your heroes, especially when you're being this pressured. Like, usually when playing against the dual roam strat, and if you're running a Tempest lineup, you want to have, like, 2 solos with just XP and maybe some farm. And then you want a free farmer, like the Magmas here, and the Tempest with really good farm. But none of that is really working out, so they really need to make kills to make that up. And looks like they're going to get Drunken.
Yep, okay, so Gemini does go down in the meantime, but yeah, Drunken Master is going to fall. As you pointed out, the Elemental Void was used. So yeah, I was watching the bottom lane, though. That was just, again, good execution to eventually get Gemini killed. So the 1-for-1 exchange, if you're Raising Gaming, you're not too worried about that with the way it ended in the end.
No, I think that's fine. Trading the underfarm dog for the level 8 Drunken Master is actually, that's quite okay for them. Yeah. But I'm kind of worried for this Legion team because, like, whenever it comes to team fight, I don't see their lineup having that good, like, lots of damage output to really bring down, like, 3 really tanky heroes, like on the Hellborn, like Drunken Master, Devo, Electrician, really tanky.
Yeah.
And especially with an Andromeda and NG, like, it's gonna be really hard for them without late game items. So it's gonna be a struggle for them, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna definitely be, especially with, again, the start that we have here. You do see Madman. He's stalking away, hoping to get away. Devourer has a hook. Can he hit it? The angle's perfect. Oh, jeez. Madman is going to fall. Probust just lined that up and timed it perfectly, really. And eventually landed the hook. So, again, just more and more things just continuing to happen here for Reason Gaming. I mean, you got Magnus now. He's over 300 gold per minute. He's going to be on his way to a portal key next in line. But until he gets that, it's not a whole lot. Again, a lot of positives here for Team X. And you keep going back to also Nox and Gemini not doing the best.
I will say, though, that this Legion team has a really good potential of, like, turtling or defending towers. Like, the Rhapsody Tempest combo is really good, and the Magmas is really good for defending towers, especially. But it could still be very hard with the momentum that Hellborn has.
Well, you look at the experience too. I mean, it's one thing with Gold Farm, but you got Devourer, Electrician, and Drunken Master all pretty well ahead themselves, all level 9 in fact, compared to the highest being level 7s across the board on the Legion side. So again, already having that 2-level advantage in a lot of cases. You have Electrician. He actually just finished his Plated Greaves right there, as well as having the Ring of Sorcery, of course. So he's actually pretty farmed early on. Devourer in the meantime at the bottom lane, going for the kill on the Madman, and Gemini coming in to stun, but at what cost right here? Gemini's going to most likely end up falling. Splits up, it doesn't matter though. Madman though, he gets some support from Magnus as well as Rhapsody. Devourer tanky, is he tanky enough? Yes, he is apparently. A big energy field right there as well. He goes for the counter hook. Not going to hit it though, but that energy field definitely saving the day for Devourer. Look at how deep Zane's going. He does have Drunken Master kind of nearby, who is going to jump Tempest right there. Protector Melody just out of range. Pew's trying to get a range of it. He will at the last second, but it already wears off, and down falls Tempest right there. Electrician in the meantime, he's being gone. And Magnus, that big line stun. He disjointed the Comet as well, as a result of that, and they do pick up the kill on Drunken Master, and Andromeda ports out at the last second before getting killed, though. Drunken Master, though, he's going to be on the run. He has those Ghost Marchers, but the stun is too much, so Team Excellent, they do win the fight. It took a couple of buybacks, actually. But hey, they come out on top at least.
Well, yeah, it was a kind of a silly dive coming out from Hellborn here. I don't really know. They didn't need to do that. They had a Drunken Master Invis coming in. Could have easily gotten a few kills, but they went for the huge dive and didn't work out. I mean, they got a few buybacks off, but I think Excellent are fine with that. They got some of the momentum back, and that's really... It matters a lot this stage of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was, you could just see Zane just kind of charging in right there. I mean, I know Electrician tanky and all, but it was, did seem a little silly with the pathing that they chose. So, yeah, getting a little ahead of themselves perhaps, but in the end, you know, they do have a lead. But yeah, Excellent, you're kind of pointing out that they have capabilities of turtling, and most certainly a very, very strong late-game team themselves. So you don't want to give Excellent too many chances here.
Yeah, you definitely don't. You don't have the option to give them like a lot of that. You can't do very many mistakes in this game, especially playing against double carry lineup. So
yeah. Electrician back at the bottom side is going to farm it out. You see kind of enemies nearby, but they're just worried about farming themselves, not too worried about setting up ganks. Again, the way the game's going, not going to be going for that. 2,000 gold on Devourer, by the way. So he is going to be going for that portal key. And again, we've been seeing a bit of this, that the whole portal key, how it's crazy how this was apparently just discovered recently, that with the whole portal key mechanic of Devourer, if you use it when you go for the hook attempt and you go backwards a distance, it actually goes a little bit longer than it's supposed to. Electrician in the meantime, okay, dodges the keg set initially. Will get stunned by the lava surge though. Not going to matter. Energy field is down, but in the end, he is going to be fine. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted here on the outside. But anyways, so the Legion team though, not much coming out of that though. Energy field cooldown, I guess, but yeah, so the portal key is picked up in Devourer, but you know what I'm talking about, though, right, Hanskin?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Portal key right before you hit the hook, and
yeah. So I think it goes like a maximum of 1,500 range, so it's only supposed to go 1,100, but you'll get a little bit longer on it. We were kind of looking at that the other day, so if you use that correctly, then
yeah, it's quite a cool mechanic. It's not been used a lot until recently. Mainly because I think Diva has not really been in the scene that much, especially with players that utilize Portal Key on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we ran Diva a lot, but we never really bought Portal Key on the hero a lot, so...
It was more team fight focus.
Yeah.
Tablets and barrier rattles. Drunken Master, okay, no, he's fine. Actually, Madman's the one that needs to be careful. Yeah, he's going to port out before they can find him, though, so... Electrician, what do you expect Electrician to continue to build here? Just full tank here, think?
Well, I think a barrier rattle could be definitely a good choice here. I'm not sure what he's going to go for. The Shrunken Head could be cool as well, like locking down whoever he wants to, pretty much an entire fight. They have a lot of lockdown actually, like with the Devolty, the Delic Grip and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think that Sane really likes to go for the Icon and like mana-intensive items, which is like usually very good. If like Electrician, you use a lot of mana just to sustain yourself. But I don't know, something like Icon into Frostfield or even Sheepstick, something like that. I think it's gonna go for. Knowing Insane right. Yeah, that's what I would put my money on.
Yeah, Icon of the Goddess definitely seems like an item for him. So even with those nerfs. We'll see if that does come up or not, but he's actually going to be the first one defending this bottom tower. You can see Team Excellent. They are very interested in pushing it, at least initially. No, they're going to fall back, so never mind. They,
yeah, I don't think it would have been a wise decision pushing into NG Devo.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah.
So, I mean, even with their team fight synergy, it's just not worth it right now to...
Yeah, they don't really have the portal key anyway on Magmas here, so...
Okay, yeah.
And also something I wanted to mention is that xCet, they stopped prioritizing farm on their Magmas, so he's only about 260 GPM now, with a lot of bill of items, so the portal key is not going to come until like even 22 minutes or something like that with his pace. So I don't really like that. Well, I mean, you got double carries, you really want to give them farm too, but you really need to get this Magma's portal key if you want him to do anything at all.
Yeah.
And it helps so much more than like a portal key of Magmas helps so much more than an Endurizer on the Gemini, like as a comparison when you're trying to defend towers.
So the double port out right there. Both Gemini and Tempest getting the hell out of the bottom lane. Obviously, they saw the pressure coming. So that does allow them to survive, though. So yeah, again, just they're going to have to continue playing a very slow-paced farm game here just to continue to come back, because obviously Reason Gaming, they're going to keep turning it on themselves, and another tower push bottom going to be happening. It's only the second tower kill with that said. So it's not like they're going radical by any means as far as their pushing presence. And ever since Devourer's got that portal key, he really hasn't found the best opportunity to use it just yet. So that's good news for the Legion team. But Drunken Master.
Even though they lost the bottom tower, Legion got a did a good job of killing, or like half of the HP on the middle tower on Hellborn's side. So that's kind of the problem with running dual support sometimes. Even when you're in the lead, you can't really push that well. You really need that Moon Queen or something like that who can really kill towers for you, unless you're running like a jungler like Ophelia Tempest that can push for you. So yeah, that's a little bit of a problem for them right now, I would say. It's going to be hard for them to just like kind of force their issue when they want to. Because it's so easy for Legion to like counter push other lanes.
1430 gold saved up on Magma, so again, he is starting to really get that farm up and get that portal key as soon as possible. He's going to counter push the top lane in the meantime, but he needs to be careful with this, because they're going to push in the middle tower, and you see an invisible Drunken Master coming in. They are no doubt going to try to set up a kill. Will he kill this tower fast enough? The port comes in, maybe a little early, actually. Oh, yeah, it spooked him. Devourer, though, is going to land the hook, so it won't matter in the end. And down goes Messer, and they deny the tower on top of it. So Reason Gaming on the ball right there. Yeah, I was a little scared for them that the port was going to be a little too early, but...
Yeah. That was actually quite a good stun out on TP from Masera. If it was any other hero than Devo, he would have lived for sure.
Look at the bottom lane. Electrician kind of just charging in right here again. Another deny attempt here. Excellent. Really wants to get the tower kill. The minions. No, Zane's going to be able to finish it off in the end. So back-to-back deny towers there for Reason. It's a pretty big deal. He buys the Beast Tower, by the way, on Electrician, so definitely could be that Icon.
But, could also be Helm, but exactly. I expect Icon. Yeah. But good double deny coming out for Reason. At the same time, it's a good job from xCet forcing the Hellborn team to run around a lot, getting those denies, and even though they are denies, they open up the map a lot more for them, so good job by both sides, really.
Yeah, he does go Helm with the Black Legion in the end. So Zane going again, just a little more of a tanky aspect here, and yeah, it is odd because it's like Icon, mana on him makes him even more tanky because of that electric shield, so it's... You almost think Icon is even the more efficient tanky item in the end. But
it's probably, I think they're gonna look to force the issue right now then, because he's buying the Helm and we see the Shrunken finished up on the Rankin as well. So that's a pretty good timing for them to force the issue, even go Kongor or just push. But doesn't seem like they are right now, or they're going for the dog down here.
Yeah, they're going to try to hunt him out. Andromeda and Engineer, the only two here so far. Gemini's going to go in the river and maybe any kind of stun. Oh, he was delayed with that. I thought it was going to come out a little sooner there, but...
I'm also kind of disappointed that Saint didn't use his dust to see him there right there.
Oh, wow. True. Yeah.
Yeah, would have been a kill then, for sure, I think.
Yeah, ever since they made that change of all, but I mean, the fact that you can use it for the vision around you. It's a very powerful tool.
Yeah, we use it in our team. Like we buy it against sound rates, bubbles, or hags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very, yeah, it's very utilizable.
Well, in the end, doesn't take advantage of it, so Gemini does escape, but once again, you got Reason Gaming. They are going to push in the bottom lane. You see Team Excellent, they're going to go for counter push. They do have the portal key now on Mesera, playing that Magnus, but again, I don't think they're going to be able to stop anything here. Not showing any signs of defending. Abyssal Skull first item on Madman, by the way. You make of that?
I think that's actually, yeah, it's a good item. It helps their team a lot. It especially gives you a lot of armor against a Drunken Master. It helps you counter push the other lanes a lot. Like when Hellborn is pushing another lane, it helps his creeps and like kills your tower faster. And they're not gonna look to fight anytime soon, so he might just pass up on that Drunken a little bit more. It could be scary though if Hellborn tries to go high ground and like none of them has any Shrunken or stuff like that. But, yeah. I think I like it here. Also makes him sustain himself a lot more. He can farm jungle. He gets mana regen off it. So it's a good item in general.
Yeah, we definitely have seen it, you know, on these melee carry kind of heroes, and it's nothing out of the question to get it earlier on, even to help with the farm, as you're pointing out. So in fact, he's going to go to the Ancients right here and look to do those in the meantime. Only a single set of Ancients, but still some good gold to be coming here. Shrunken Head obviously has been finished on Immo Boy for a little bit here. He's got the Ghost Marches. He actually picks up, I believe he has a Soul's Bulwark on the way. Yeah, Soul's Bulwark going to be delivered here. So he's actually, he's getting very scary. I mean, he's got a lot of hit power as far as those items now.
I want to say that the game is actually going in xCet's favor right now.
Yeah?
Like, you know, like the lead has been slowly decreasing by time, and you see actually xCet is ahead of in XP because the way that Reason is playing this, they need to run around a lot together to make stuff happen. And, you know, xCet is just doing a lot of split farming, and I don't know, it works out for them. I want to see Reason Gaming force the issue really hard sometime soon, because both of Legion team's carries are actually around 300 GPM, and that's not really a good sign this early in the game.
Yeah.
They would want to have them lower if they could. It's kind of what.
Well, that's where they're at, but again, they do push in another tower at least, so trying to keep the pace up somewhat, but don't feel comfortable going any further than that for the time being. And obviously, this is where you start to maybe wonder if Reason Gaming could try to set up a Kongor attempt here in the near future.
Yeah, I would like to think that they should. Also, we see the portal key on Pew, which is, I don't really like the boot into portal key item rush. I guess this game it's kind of fine because he's doing so poorly anyway in terms of farm, and he has a lot of farm intensive heroes in his team, and especially that item shines when like turtling, so to say. So
yeah.
I think in this kind of a game it's better than usual, but I still don't like it that much.
Okay. Yeah, how's that threat though?
Yeah, like the 5-man hole is still always the threat.
Yeah.
But again, Hellborn has Andro too.
They have Andromeda. They have a lot of ways to get rid of it, especially that he doesn't have a Shrunken Head here. So it's definitely not a easy thing to accomplish. But you see the Hellborn team, though, once again grouping back up in the middle lane. And they're going to go for the last outer tower right here. And yet again, I think it's going to be the same story. xCet not going to do much. They're going to counter push, though. Madman's up here. It's only Engineer to defend, so not much Engineer can do. In fact, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Madman going in for the kill. Out comes the energy field, though, and that will force Madman to most likely back off in the process. So they are going to get the last outer tower kill. But again, very good counter push from Excellent at least. And Madman's just going to even continue it until he, probably after this creep wave here, and then eventually fall back.
I think that's a mistake from Excellent, though. I really think they should have tried to defend that second tier mid tower when they saw the NG was sitting up top.
Yeah.
That's probably a really good fight for them, I feel. So, yeah. I'm not sure why they didn't, but it's okay. Like, you don't really want to risk, like, throwing the game away. You might just wait for high ground, you know? It's probably what they're thinking. So.
Yeah, again, that's very likely a Kongor into a high ground push here for Reason Gaming is something that they might be looking to do. And again, sooner than later would be better with this Legion lineup and the way they're progressing. But at the same time, Imba Boy, he is level 15 here. Another 2,300 gold saved up 460 gold from him. I didn't even realize he was that high. as far
Yeah,
as
he always seems to get like crazy high GPM with this hero. I don't know how he does it, but
all right.
It's just, as I said before, it's a really good hero for recent gaming in particular.
As that, so Demonic Breastplate is going to be coming shortly. Gets the Warp Cleft here. So just needs the pattern now, of course. As far as Nox's progression, it looks like Frostburn, or I don't know actually. Is that going to be a Shrunken Head here, or are we
It
gonna
could
see
be a Shrunken.
Frostburn?
I'd say he probably haven't decided yet. It's probably gonna come down to the next few minutes, like how they go. Let's say like Excellent win a Kongor fight or something like that, or like any clash. He should probably just go for the Frostburn and then wait for the Shrunken Head. But if they really have to defend their base, he would probably prefer the Shrunken Head.
This could be a big kill chance. Imba Boy, top lane. No, he's going to go into the jungle, and as he does, the Legion team actually backs off right there. Almost as if they thought there could have been more nearby, but in the end, he is going to be safe. And actually, they're at Kongor. They're looking to do him. Imba Boy's going to head down there and assist with the team. So again, kind of as expected here. This is where Recent Gaming is going to go now, and then more than likely look to push into the base after the fact. Electrician, he bought an Abyssal Skull. Okay, it's going to be delivered here. So he gets an Abyssal Skull of their own to support the team. You know, you are getting a lot of physical damage threats starting to come out here on the Legion side, too. As well as, you know, amplifying your own damage is nice. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, what am I thinking? I was thinking Soulsborne for a second. Never mind. Doesn't do a whole... But actually, the melee factor is nice.
Yeah, the item is really good for both teams in this case. So. Especially combined with the demonic that they're going to have on Imba Boy anytime soon here.
All right, so there you go with the token on Drunken Master. And again, just about has that demonic breastplate. So is this, how important is this for Recent Gaming that they look to break the base here within this token of life, you think?
I mean, well, they can't really go for a farm game right here. As we see, like, Excellent is, like, they're pulling back every minute that goes, really. They get a little bit better farm just based off their heroes and the map movements overall. And I don't know. I think that Recent has to make a stand here. Like they need to push or like make something happen. Make them use a lot of, like if they don't get racks, they need to make them use a lot of buybacks or something. Because the way this pace works, it's not really beneficial for them. And just like looking at the team hero compositions, like the Tempest, the Gemini, the Madman, and the Legion team, especially with their Rhapsody, it's just way too good late game to control. So they kind of have to. Yeah, I don't know.
They are going for it. They're going to be grouping up mid, it looks like, at least. And again, here they go. Full Demonic is finished on Drunken. Like we talked about, they got the Abyssal Skull on Electrician. They've definitely bought out of it. Shrunken Head on Devourer, actually. Not too often you see that, but...
I think this is very typical Proboscis build, though. The Shrunken PK is usually what he always goes for.
Keeps it standard.
Oh, this tower is dropping so fast. What?
Yeah, jeez. That was dropping pretty good. I mean, Demonic and, you know, the Abyssal Skull assistance of the push, so it's going. I mean, that's going to be a dead tower before the Legion team even really does anything to react to it. You got Drunken Master, untouchable, not used just yet. Again, he has a token of life, so he might even wait to use his cooldowns until he resurrects, of course. It calls for it, but will they push in further? No, he's too low on life currently. Don't want to waste the token by any means, so they're going to fall back. But again, the token changed. Now 5 minutes instead of 7 minutes, so they only have 250 remaining here on the token of life before they're going to need to, or before it will expire. So
yeah, they're almost looking to fake back here a bit, but I think they really want to utilize this token or go high ground with it or get something out of it at all. Oh yeah, they're getting pure.
They got Tempest. Busk finds him. Nothing the Legion team can do to get there in time and support. And this was Wardasat right here in the lane is most likely what spotted Tempest and gave them, of course, that vision that they're going for. So yeah, the kind of the fake fallback there does pay off in the end. Does he have a buyback? Yeah. He does. Yeah,
he does. But that would mean that it's a second buyback, and that's really good. No buybacks on the Tempest in this case, even this early, it's perfect for them.
Yeah.
And actually, Nox went for the Frostburn here instead of the Shrunken Head.
Yeah.
But he has a buyback combined with it, so that's...
Wow, that's a very early buyback. Magma stuns in a Drunken Master right there with his ultimate, but again, he has a token alive. Untouchable comes up. It doesn't even matter. He's going to stay alive. Protect the Melody in the background. Electrician is just going to sit on them. The Tempest ultimate goes off. but it really doesn't do the most as this team was occupied anyways. Tempest is going to fall. Drunken Master goes down. Devourer is actually dead. Drunken Master going to come back up, of course, but actually this is going to be a one fight, it looks like, for Team Excellent. Yeah, maybe. Drunken Master, the sole survivor, but he is powerful. Is he powerful enough is the question. The auto attacks one more. Yes, Rhapsody goes down, but down goes Drunken Master, so it does work out for Team Excellent. The Tempest Ultimate in the background actually did do work. I guess it held them long enough to get the team eventually there and clean them up.
That hold was really good by Pew. Kept 3 heroes during lockdown, and I think the full duration got off actually, so I'm not sure where the Andromeda was. I guess he was caught in the hold then. And,
yeah, I think he was.
Yeah. So yeah, really good job by Team Excellent. They still don't have a buyback on Pew, but that's fine. Like, they used the buyback for the genocide with a token. I think they're happy with that for sure.
Well,
and,
yeah, and the longer they keep the racks up, the longer this game progresses. Again, their carries. Gemini just finished a Dawnbringer.
Yeah.
So
this game looks really good for Excellent now instead of Reason. It's gonna be really hard for them to actually. I don't know. It looks really good for Excellent.
He also have 2,700 gold on Madman is saved up, so we'll see what he progresses into. Something like a Brutalizer or whatever.
Yeah, like Brutalizer. Pretty sure that's going to be the item here. It's very trendy-ish on Madman.
Yeah, well, synergy with the ultimate, and again, he just puts out such good damage, even with minimal items, the gash and whatnot. You can go on item like Brutalizer and do a lot of work with it. So, yeah, that was a huge buyback. As you mentioned, going into it though, that would be his final buyback. So if you kill Tempest here, he's going to stay dead, no matter what, of course.
Looks like Reason are going straight away without like before the Tempest hold is up, but I think that's going to be a mistake. I'm pretty sure that Excellent has the advantage coming up in this fight without a token. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is so. We'll see how they play a static grip, but that's quickly canceled. He wasn't going to go in. Devourer just jumps on a Madman, though. Madman's being bursted. Protect him. Melody comes up on a beautiful kick to knock him out of range. Madman is dead. He does have a buyback.
Ulti coming.
Yeah, he's going to use it right there. Magma's ultimate. In comes the eruption. He only really hit engineer. Good spread for the Hellborn team. Nice swap from Andromeda. Can engineer get the energy field off at least? Yes, he can at the last second. He's still alive somehow, in fact, but look at the retreat from Reason Gaming. Magnus is going to be picked off as well as Andromeda, but the rest are going to ultimately get away right here. So, and you know, they did get the buyback out of Madman, make him use some gold and one of his 2, of course. But now is Excellent going to push back themselves here?
Yeah, I mean, that was, I don't know, they used to buyback again on Madman, but that's fine. They're probably going to look to get this mid tower. Let's see if Reason Gaming tries to defend. No, they're not. But that kind of seems to me like a panic move, like by Reason. I don't think they needed to do that at all. Like, just pushing into like, oh shit, he doesn't have a Tempest Soul. I think that's a bad call from them. Like, they don't have the token, and they actually lost the fight with the token. I don't know. It just seems very panicky for me.
Yeah, but it's so. But again, how do they play if not that? Do they just look for picks and just hope for the best with that? So.
Yeah, well, that's true. That might have been their best bet. It's kind of what they're thinking. I don't know, maybe wait for another token, that's hard as well. It looks like they're going to group up right away again.
Yeah.
They're very panic mode right now.
They are. They definitely are. They're just going to keep resetting here almost and banging their heads against the wall. I mean, but again, Tempest Ultimate is now back up, and I mean, Eruption's going to be up by the time most likely they do get here. So we'll see. They might not go all out. You can kind of tell they're really just cleaning up resources here and maybe wait for the next Kongor. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot longer, a couple minutes maybe, before Kongor should be coming up. But Drunken Master, he also gets a shield breaker now on top of his item. So again, he's just continuing to hit very, very hard here as far as his progression goes. But yeah, no, they're not going to go for the push. My guess is, again, they're going to wait for the reset on Kongor and go for that again. But that does mean more time, more farm time here for Team Excellent. The experience lead now up to 10,000 plus. The goal lead very even, but maybe a little deceiving because Drunken's a lot of that here for the Hellborn team. And not as good as far as, you know, using that farm. You got an Electrician and a Devourer who are definitely going to start tapering off here.
Yeah, like, especially those 2 heroes, they don't really offer much in terms of late game at all.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, they're going on NG, but
Very passive. They could have maybe killed him, but Madman's going to get caught. This is a big chance for a huge kill on the Super KGE, and it looks like it could very likely be successful. He pops the shrunken head. He had to run through the hook and actually hits his teammate right there, an electrician. The beautiful jukes coming out from Madman. He's going to go backwards. He is not spotted here. He will be spotted now, so they know where he is. Can he somehow get out? He has a TP. No, he gets his mana drained by the electric shock, and yeah, he will be killed in the end.
Oh my god. He threw out for so long though, holy shit.
Yeah, all 5 are up there eventually. That took forever.
Yeah, that's not really the biggest deal in the world then, because like he kept 5 heroes occupied for pretty much a minute or so actually. So it's not really the most, like, by the time Reason has actually regened up and like reached the mid lane, the barracks, he's not gonna have that much longer of a death time left, so, or even he's gonna have a buyback, so.
Yeah.
But I was saying, like, the Electrician and the Devo, they don't really offer much, like, in terms of late game, or in terms of, like, sure, the Devo ulti has great lockdown, but they don't really do damage, they don't really, they're just there, they're just tanks, you know?
Yeah.
And usually when running this dual support strategy, you really want your lineup to be something like, it has to be, like, a Moon Queen or something like that. It really has to be, like, you have to really, I don't know, it's hard to explain, okay, actually.
Well, oh jeez, wow, Drunken Master very low right here. He's gonna pop the circuit on the Tavis ultimate. It does hit 3 heroes. He somehow got all 3. The swap finally comes out, but it was very late. Engineer is gonna be killed at the end. Eruption coming out. They are gonna also pick off Andromeda before she could TP, so a couple of supports killed. They didn't get Drunken Master though. He got very, very low to being killed right there, but in the end, he manages to escape at least. So, but no, I mean, I definitely get what you're saying. It's just their usefulness and everything. It's just it tapers off. You know, they become just these tanky messes, and you know, it's not.
Yeah,
really...
I mean, when you're running dual support, you really want something that gets out of hand if it doesn't get stopped, and like that you wouldn't be able to run with a jungler, like a Moon Queen. So like when you give the Moon Queen so much free from it gets out of hand. But I feel like this lineup that they have right now, it really doesn't. It just doesn't really get better like right now.
And in the meantime, the Legion's team does. They're going to take out Kongor here. You see the courier coming in just to spot the obvious take. So Gemini is actually going to pick up the, pick up the token of life. 5,000 gold save up. So he's just been sitting ever since the Dawnbringer here on all this gold. The Brutalizer was eventually picked up by Madman. Again, even though he's used his buyback, it's still managed to do plenty there. Tempest, he's actually he has a Shrunken Head here. So really the only reliable thing that's going to be able to stop this is that swap from Andromeda now. And so even more important on Adro to make sure that he doesn't get caught. But
and it looks like Racing Gaming is once again just going to group up as 5 people.
yeah, but Desperation, man.
Yeah, this game is really grim for them right now. I think we're probably going to see Nox go for either the Wingbow here or the Behemoth Heart. Not expecting the Shrunken Head when he has a token and defending the base.
Here we go. What just... Oh, he's splitting it up. Okay, he just...
Yeah, Frostwolf.
There you go, yeah. He wants it at least. There you go. Trouble
okay, Frostwolf and buyback. That's cool. Yeah.
He's going to be good to go. Drunken Master jumping in right here. Once again, it's Andromeda swap coming out. So Tempest has free reign here if he can find the opportunity. Oh, he doesn't have his ultimate. Never mind. 55 seconds on that cooldown. So they are going to try running away. Drunken Master again. He's dropping low. Nice push back into Gemini though. Out of the protective melody range. But a huge eruption stun from Magnus coming out. Andromeda is going to fall. Electrician's purging himself, just trying to get the hell out of there. In the meantime, Drunken Master is killed though. And Team Excellent once again going to hold them off. And after that, you got to wonder when is enough for Reason Gaming. There's only so many times they can just continue to try to pound against this middle lane and be unsuccessful. So here goes Excellent once again in response.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this fight. Drunken Master, he doesn't really ever hit them. He just runs away trying to live all the time, and that's kind of the problem with its lineup that they have. Doesn't really work late game, and it's not really that easy to force the issue without a pusher.
Yeah, you focus him and you do plenty.
Yeah, like even though he had a token, he's pretty much spent the whole team fight just running away from the Madman and the Gemini. So.
Team Excellent on the verge of taking the first game here in this best set of 3 over Reason Gaming, pending some miracle comeback, but Yeah, no buybacks to be had. Devourer actually has one, but it's just not worth it, especially without his teammates being there. So this is going to be a couple two sets of racks here. It looks like in favor of xCet. So again, if you're Rising Gaming, maybe they're just going to resurrect here and just hope for one last fight. But at the same time, it's been pretty obvious by now, and you would think it should be obvious to them. It's not going to be a victory here, most likely, for Rising Gaming, unless all these DCs start happening. But even Fine gets a portal key here on Rhapsody to be able to get her positioning. So
yeah, and a tablet, so he's very farmed actually.
It's good to go. Sheepstick on Magnus.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that xCet didn't opt to kill either of the range tracks, and we actually had a change about that. So also the range tracks are really easy to kill. They have a lot. They have 5 armor compared to the 15 on the melee racks. So
yeah,
I don't know why they skipped that. It's probably a bad decision.
Yeah, it's that is a little curious. They probably could have killed that. They could have at least gotten the middle one as well, maybe even the top one, honestly. But again, they are very ahead, so not really too stressed on that in the end. I'm sure Shrunken Head is finished on Gemini too. So again, just Rising Gaming, I guess getting around is going to be the best option. So they are making a move, but.
Yeah, this game is kind of a shame for Reason, because they really played well. They did a very efficient roaming strat with the dual supports. It's just that our heroes doesn't really work well as long as the game progresses. Oh, look at Magnus here.
Well, they need picks. Oh, but the Protective Melody. Again, the Kegstone knocking them out of range, though. They've used that a couple times to their advantage. Gemini, in the meantime, jumping in. There's our Tabas Ultimate once again. No Andromeda this time to stop that. And that's going to be clean up right there. Drunken Master does get out, though. Look at the damage he's actually able to put out. Again, he can definitely do some good deeps. And actually, he's doing that to Mammoth right here. The lockdown from Electrician to assist. But no, once they finally turn on to him, he does fall. The Brutalizer procs coming in, and they both end up going down. So, again, I mean, that was one of the better chances Reason's has gotten, really, this whole game. And it just still even backfires in the end. So. If you're excellent here, I mean, you could definitely probably just go for the push and look to finish it, but...
Yeah, probably, yeah. But, yeah, what I'm saying is that if Reason Gaming, they switch their Electrician and their Devo to something else, like, say, a Pebbles Hag, they have a much better late game strat, and they can still do the same thing as they're doing with the lane phase right here. They can still run the Trial and the Solo Hag, Solo Drunken, and they can have so much better of a late game impact than just... don't have to worry about ending the game so much, like they have to do with this Devo Electrician pick. So I really think they played well this game. It just comes down to draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's I agree with you. And again, coming into this match, I feel like Team Excellent. You know, we saw them on Sunday, obviously, both against you guys and then against Rexars. And you know, overall they had a couple good games, but you know, overall you could tell it was just they are a newer team as far as playing together, and things weren't clicking just yet. But this is a win that I think that they could definitely use here, just for a boost of morale, if anything. And they're very, very, very likely at least going to get this one game win here. So, but it is a best of 3, so we'll see with Rising Gaming what their response is, of course, in the next game. But again, still have to ultimately finish off this one. But yeah, as far as the play itself, Rising Gaming definitely do good. I agree with you there. So the draft, though, perhaps changing things up. But hey, Super KG drafting for Team Excellent once again and put together clearly a solid makeup here. Able to get his team in position to have their best chance. So, but once again, Rising Gaming just doing a whole lot of, we're not going to give up just yet. We're still going to hang in here. Hey, we got a Frostfield play coming on Devourer. So who knows, that could be the difference maker here.
Highly unlikely. But
probably not.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe they do some sneaky stuff with Diva Hook, Swap, PK, Tablet, I don't know. No, just kidding.
All these things. Yeah. Again, just to clarify, guys, we were talking about the whole Portal Key Devourer thing earlier, and you know, so I even saw a couple questions about that as far as, again, you can only go the maximum 1500, so even if you port backwards, he won't go all the way to you. Or if you do things like with Ophelia where you port back, no, that hasn't been possible for a very, very long time. So It's just a minor buff there, though, as far as the hook range with the portal key. So, but you can't do anything too crazy, at least that we know of, with that whole mechanic there. But kind of wonder when our Legion Team Excellence going to just be confident enough to just push themselves and really finish the game. Devourer hook, oof, going all in right there. I mean, they don't have Madman with him, so that was a time to fight, if any, I guess.
Yeah.
Gaming, but they don't catch him, so it doesn't matter. 5,100 gold on Gemini. What is his next toy going to be here? A wing bow, maybe?
Yeah, probably Wingbow, I'd say. You always kind of want to go for those stat items, like say a Savage Mace is not as feminized, it would have been another hero, so you really want like the Wingbow that has a high agility gain and stuff like that, or even the heart, or...
Yeah. Oh, true, yeah, Behemoth's Heart's actually a big item to pick up on a Gemini, you know, the strength synergy, the armor penetration that it provides. Actually really, really powerful, so... But obviously that's all overtime talk. An item that really, she doesn't even need to buy anything else, and they would be just fine at this point.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
There you go, though. It is going to be a wing bow.
I'm not sure what Recent Gaming are waiting for. They can't really... Yeah. They really need to go all in if they want to win this game. Every second is important to them.
Again, as a player, it's sure they don't have all these stats available to them. So, but you'd find it hard to believe that they genuinely think that they are in a good spot here.
Yeah, they're probably not thinking that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was in their team right now, I would say just all 5 go to the jungle, just go anywhere, just find a kill. I mean, really, you can't do much else because you really need to make something happen, and you got all these lanes pushing in. You don't really have a time window to work with.
Yeah. Well, once again, they're going to camp out bottom and maybe bait the Drunken Master here, and they might get something out of this because you see the Legion side. They're in the vicinity, at least. Thinking about going for it, but nope, just send Madman in. Both teams trying to play the bait game here. You can definitely tell.
Madman actually has a full demonic breastplate, so he's really fun.
Jeez. Uh-oh.
Oh, the
that was awkward.
Over.
Yeah. Magnus actually talboted him. He used the ultimate. No, it gets canceled. He is going to use the real one right there, though. In comes Protective Melody. Portkey's away before much else happens. Magnus be locked down. Magnus does fall. Tempest ultimate immediately swapped out. And Drunken Master actually able to do some good damage throughout this. But Gemini and Mammon are both still alive. Mammon, however, not for long, apparently. He is going to fall. And Drunken Master is still up in a pretty good spot. Hat-trick, though, for Nox. He has split up currently. And, yeah, the Legion team is going to be able to do enough to pull through here. Tempest does fall. So again, I mean, Boy, he does get a hat-trick himself. But in the end, it's just excellent. Too strong, specifically the Gemini.
Yeah, I mean, it's even though they're making all these good plays, it's just not enough, honestly. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a lot closer than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, same. I didn't think they could even get that. They seem to be always able to kill this Magnus early in the fights, and which is really key for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, they're probably losing double range tracks here.
Oh yeah. There you go. And
so yeah, it's still a really big win for xCet.
I mean, yeah. So the last fight, a lot of things went very well. Not only did they catch Magnus initially, but then the swap on a Tempest was immediate. So like a lot of perfect things lined up there initially. As to why maybe, of course, helped them do as well as they did in that fight. But you know, again, still leaving the big picture. Excellent was able to pull through. But yeah, I mean, I guess after that fight, you can kind of see what Reason's thinking. It's they want to still have a little bit of hope here.
Yeah. Well, look at them now. They're actually thinking that Legion is doing Kongor. They're all running out from their base, but they're not.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Gemini already another 3,700 gold. So if you keep this up, I don't even know what he would go for, honestly. I mean.
Just sell CP, get the Behemoth's Heart, and then sell your boots and get something else.
Yeah, that's true.
You get this movement speed in a way with the agility.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, he doesn't even need the boots, really.
I guess with like Giro and the Heart, he would still have just the same amount of movement speed that he has now.
Madman is going to be found here, but again, the Melody is there to save the day. and Gemini jumping in the background, finds Engineer. Drunken Master's not here, by the way. This is a fight from a recent game without Drunken Master. He finally is going to come in last minute, but guess what? They're ready for it. He's going to get sheeped. And
yeah, I got sheeped
like,
without using BKB or the ulti.
Yeah. Well, there you go. GG, well played. So again, recent gaming, they gave it an A effort there, especially at the end. I mean, you can kind of see why, like I said, why they hung in so long. But the end result is as expected, at least for the later part of that game. Team xCet, they started to get a little more comfortable. They got the time that they needed. Pew landed some